King reigns.
The road trip gave me the time I needed to study up on the Panda King. Born penniless, he was fascinated by the fireworks rich noblemen set off every New Year's. He spent a decade learning the art. But when he tried to offer his fireworks to the noblemen, they couldn't see past his shabby clothes and chased him away.
Wow,
Humiliated,
classism.
the Panda King took revenge on those who shunned him by using the very tools of his art for crime. The Fiendish Five recruited him as their demolitions expert, and from then on, his explosive touch became feared worldwide. He's rumored to be perfecting some new firework technique high in the unstable Kunlun Mountains of western China.
Sly Cooper in Fire in the Sky. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we should all treat each other with respect. No one got to turn into a pyromaniac if we all just give each other some common courtesy. Hey buddy, how you doing? Whoa. Whoa. What you doing, buddy? Bouncing around on that bow staff. Man, I love the music for this area. I just love the music in this game, but this area in particular has some very, very nice music. Alright, come here, buddy.
Right.
Alright, so as we make our approach to the main hub zone, one other thing that I've been working on recently is I've finally gotten on the Duolingo train and started learning some Swedish. Still in a bit of the, I guess you could call it, the early stages. But it's been an interesting experience. I feel like I'm kind of getting the hang of it so far.
Would you look at that? A fireworks show! Oh my gosh, that's awful! That poor village just got buried in freezing snow!
The rocket came from that giant statue, and you can bet the Panda King lit the fuse. I've got to find my way up there and fast before that lunatic squashes another town.
So yeah, the Panda King stage feels like where the grim undertones of Sly Cooper really start to come into play. It's like Panda King is pretty ruthless. Like, he straight up buried a village on camera. Like, that isn't something that's just implied that happened. No, it's like we saw it happen live. Oh, I love the way the camera, like, accentuates the verticality of this. We can also do a little bit of a sneaky sneak over here. And then more sneaky sneaks here. Watch your head. Seems all good. Now we got two of these guys sending out the snowball monkeys. Let's take care of that. Alright, now it's time for us to put on our own fireworks show. Let's go! Look at them go! Whoa! Ooh, pretty. That one's a little more practical, though. Up on up. I do love the enemy designs for this game as well. Like, there's... You can tell which type of guards are which, not just by whether they have the lights on them, the spotlights that they use, but also they tend to be a little bit more... They've got like a beefier build to them. It's like these guys are very much top heavy. So even at a distance, without being able to see their searchlights, you could still intuit what type of guard they are. Triple kill. Grab these, because coins are fun. One rocket to take care of the bridge, and one rocket to take care of access to the vault, which we do not have nearly all the clues for yet. We're only about halfway. We've still got plenty more to find. And I think pretty much all of them are over this way. This area's got a lot of blue bottles. So yeah, pretty much everything else is here. Get with you. Ooh. Wasn't sure if I would be able to dodge that using the bush. Let's use our invisibility. I may not look invisible right now. There we go. But I can assure you I am definitely using my invisibility there. Rid of you. Not make the same mistake twice. Get out earlier. Take the opportunity to grab some of these clue bottles that are up on the wall. There are a lot of guards down here. Make sure we don't mess around with them. Just kind of sneak on by, grab the key. We'll need that to get to the hub zone. Silent takedown on that guy. I want these clue bottles. There's only 2 more and 1 more. And there we go. All right, let's go crack open this safe and see what we've got going on here.
Five, 7, 8.
What we got in here?
This just gets better and better. I'd always heard that one of your southern ancestors, Huckleberry Cooper,
Huckleberry
developed a
Cooper.
technique to move while staying invisible.
Aha.
Hold down the circle button to turn invisible, then move around with the left analog stick.
So the invisibility did come with a catch. We could not move while we were using it. Now, We can very, very slowly move, but we are capable of repositioning while invisible, which could come in handy if it comes to that point. At least we have the option now. But as I've been hinting at before, back in mugshots area of the game, this is definitely the most expansive in terms of the sheer difficulty of the levels. The length of the levels and the difficulty definitely start to ramp up here. Let's see if I can actually get this to function. Sometimes this ledge is a little finicky. Take care of you.
Nice job breaking into the Panda King's compound. I think I figured out a way to get to the top of that giant statue. But unfortunately, it's obstructed by this reinforced ceiling hatch.
No problem. They seem to have plenty of firepower around here. I'll just have to find a few more treasure keys to get at it.
Alright, so we need 2 more keys to unlock. Okay, so, yeah, Panda King's a real dark character. Because not only did he bury the village, he also is running the whole quote-unquote protection services racket. Or at least, you know, that's what he'll call it. Let's go check out the Flaming Temple of Flame. Certainly not a redundant title.
Despite its temple-like facade, this place is really some sort of training ground. Stay on your toes.
Yeah, we'll see the training ground part of things a little bit further into the stage. But yeah, Panda King in particular is a very interesting character as the series progresses. Like, Panda King will definitely be important later on. I won't say exactly how, because we will get to that point eventually. But just kind of keep in mind that, yeah, Panda King's gonna be important. See if I can get lined up here. So we can sneak around these. I want to go down here, grab this horseshoe, 'cause why not? Might as well, if it's, you know, just a free health point basically sitting around. May as well take it. Hello up there. You look like a bundle of fun. And apparently you listen to techno. Yeah, she got a wicked palm thrust and a roundhouse kick. So watch out for those. So let me look around real quick, make sure I'm not missing any blue bottles. No, I think we're good. With these stages, it can be really easy to miss like a couple of groupings of 1 or 2 clue bottles that are just a little bit out of the way. Plus, with these being like really, really big stages, there's a lot of ground to cover. Yeah, the sounds that these guys make always tickles my brain in a weird way. I don't know quite how to describe it. Just something about the sounds that they're making is just like, it's my brain weird. But we're not here to bother with them. We'll just leave them to their devices. What we're here for is to get up to the hanging chandeliers and make our way around this way. We can ring the gong, which is nice. You know what else is nice? Blue bottles. A little bit of precision platforming, not too bad. Slide our way down over here. Keep on sliding down and take you out. We don't have to worry about it. Ah, right. I forgot that that's where those clue bottles are accessed from. Can I get back up there? No. We can come back for those. That's not too far into the level here. And if we happen to die before we reach the next checkpoint, then no problem. Man's making some interesting sounds down there. I think he was guarding any more clue bottles, though. Alright, swinging across the gap here. It is really nice when I can like line up the hook swings just right. It'll look really smooth. So keep in mind we're missing 2 clue bottles that we know of. Take care of this alarm system before anything else happens. Let's see. Wow. I missed a lot of clue bottles in this stage. So yeah, we're missing... We know of 2 of them, but that still leaves 12 unaccounted for. So now that we've gone through the stage for the first time, let's run it back real quick. Let's see if I can figure out where I missed all these clue bottles, because I know where 2 of them are. The rest of them, however, to remember where they're at. Doesn't look like there's anything up here. Oh, there were some over there by the gong, right? Okay. does make sense. There looked like there were 3 more of them there. That's 5. Trying to look around. There's the ones directly above us. We have to get to that from above, though. So that spot is not quite relevant yet. Play it careful here. No need to rush. Aha! I did miss this last time. I thought there would be a reason to come down here. That explains that. Yeah, it is a little tricky not being able to vertically adjust the camera. I can only move it left and right. I can't move it up and down. So that makes looking around a little bit trickier. But ultimately, it's not too big a deal. It's just... it's mainly a muscle memory adjustment. Me being used to moving the camera freely in most other games I play. Back through this section. Deal with you real quick. Okay, I can't run into those areas, so that's fine. Just double check the edges of this room in case there was something off toward the side that I missed. Aha! There's this. That'll net us a couple more bottles. Really demonstrating why it pays to be observant. If I don't look carefully enough, it's pretty easy to miss certain things. Here's some clue bottles. Yeah, I looked right at these and just... it didn't even register in my brain for whatever reason that, yeah, there are clue bottles here. I should grab those. Alright, we got the clue bottles that are over there. I don't see any more. So let's head over here, and before I slide down the second rope, I want to drop down here and grab these clue bottles. So we're still missing 5 more. Let's see if we can find them. I don't see anything else in there as far as I can tell. Let's move forward again. That guy. Anything over here that I missed? See any entrances or anything to the building? Yeah, I did this a weird way last time. I was supposed to sneak around behind him. And he was guarding a couple of clue bottles. So that leaves 3 more. Where could they be, I wonder? Well, maybe this platform has something to do with it. Yep, there we go. Problem solved. All I had to do was pay a little bit more attention. But not only did we find the clue bottles, I also got back that extra life that I lost earlier because of glitchy ledge shenanigans. I do love the platforming in this game, though. It feels very well put together. Like, it's simple, but it's diverse enough to not feel like it gets stale. Being able to have the circle button act contextually as smoothly as it does. It is a lot of fun being able to swing and climb and go invisible and just all sorts of different stuff without needing an individual button for each one.
Lucky for you, I burst in chaos theory. Otherwise, this code would have been unsolvable. Input 932.
Now, Bentley, could you teach me a little bit about that chaos theory, since you know so much about it? I feel like that would help with a lot of things.
Incredible! I never would have thought this was possible. Sir Augustine of Cooper's technique to briefly defy gravity. From now on, you should be able to pop right out of those bottomless pits you keep falling into, and you won't even lose a lucky charm.
And that is the bottomless pit version of the water protection. Also, wow, Bentley, way to call me out. I feel called out. Yeah, very useful thing to have. Oh, this guy's sleepy. This man big eepy. Here, go take a nap. You've earned a break. Okay, how many I'm looking for here? 30 bottles. Try to pay more attention this time, so we don't miss them. Open through the window.
This looks like a good place to try out your new invisibility move. Hold down the circle button to drop out of sight. While invisible, nothing can see you. Not lasers, not searchlights, not guards. Oh, and if the guards already see you, then the invisibility trick won't work on them.
Oh, interesting. So I was trying that earlier, and I was still visible, but for some reason they dropped chase with me anyway? I was wondering what was up with that. Yeah, so basically what we need to do is just hop on the conveyor belt, and then just let it carry us. Just that simple. Now I do want to keep grabbing extra lives as much as I can here along the way. Let's just be the sneakiest lads. Grab those. Because the final stage of the game, depending on how well I remember it and how well I execute on things, we may or may not be needing a good number of extra lives. Because the difficulty definitely comes to a head at the end of the game. I remember that much for certain. Also, I hope you like laser walls moving at incredible speeds. That is what we've got here. I barely dodged that. Alright, now we should be good. I just want to double check and make sure there weren't any clue bottles along the inside where I couldn't really look while I was climbing up because of the camera. Looks all clear. Bad timing on my part. I forgot how quickly these swap over. Let's sneak right around here. I see a hole in the roof. Gives us a couple more clue bottles. Gets rid of that guard. Climb right back out. Wait for this to be safe, because I've learned my lesson. Check the rooftop before we go in. Make sure there's nothing hiding off to the sides. Seems all good. Alright. Conveyor belt part 2. Basically, we just gotta get close enough. Lots of clue bottles hidden behind just whether or not I think to look backwards in the stage. Not too big of a problem, I would think. I just gotta remind myself not to tunnel vision too hard with it. Make sure to check my corners. Can I go out here? I can, but there's no bottles up here? This would have been a great place to hide some clue bottles. Just out of the way enough to be like maybe not obvious. But it would totally be fair to have them up there, because you could probably see them as soon as you enter the stage. Fireworks are nice, though. There's some fun little particle effects and sprites going on. Okay, let me just make sure. Okay, I think we're good to keep moving forward. I don't know how they even saw me. I was not even in line of sight, and they were already like, they were coming out swinging. Alright, 10 more bottles. Hopefully they're all up here. There's a couple of them. Okay, I see this hook conveyor system set up. That's probably how we get to those bottles. I think for now we're safe to go this way. Shouldn't be any issues. Got a few bottles hanging out here. Just kind of navigate our way between the lasers. Thankfully, running into them once isn't technically a problem. We only need 3 more bottles. I think there were 2 of them up here. Yeah, you're guarding them. Not anymore. 1 more bottle, and I think we should see it along the way. Yeah, don't go in just yet. I want to go up here. Oh, there's the vault. There's also this bounce pad. Why do you think they would have a bounce pad there? Only one reason that could be. Collectibles.
It was a challenge, but this vault's combination has got to be 667.
Ooh. Had me in the first half, not gonna lie.
667. Wouldn't want the number of the beast on your save combination.
The blueprints for the Panda King's lair. I'll upload the data straight into your Monocicom.
Alright, so now we should be able to just look around to find clue bottles. If we need to clean them up at any point. Should not be too much of a problem anymore.
Sly, this pagoda is some kind of huge gunpowder production plant. Judging by the scale, the Panda King must be making tons of explosives.
I mean, that would be in character, considering he's their demolitions expert. I mean, he's got to get the gunpowder somehow. And that gives us enough keys to move on to part 2 of the Panda King's zone. Alright, let's light them up. Perfect. Lots of money. Nice big coin explosion there.
I've calculated the trajectory of these rockets and I'm 99% sure you'll be able to ride them all the way to the top of that statue before they explode.
What about that other 1%?
Well, in that case, Sly, you will be blown to bits. But the experience will no doubt be spectacular.
Nice.
Now, to unlock these rockets, you're going to need all 7 of the Panda King's treasure keys.
Right on. I'll steal them in no time.
I'm not sure I want to ride those rockets anymore. 1%, it's still a non-zero chance. Alright, let's head up here first. I just love little mechanisms like this. That is really cool. That's the other thing too, is not only are there a diverse number of contextual actions, but also the context in which they're used can be, you know, played around with. Having these things moving so that all the player is doing is just sticking to the wall like they've done before. But because the platform itself is moving, it changes the experience. Oh, sorry, Bentley. I forgot that breaking that door also breaks your dialogue. But it's fine. We'll work our way through this stage, no problem. So it's another twin-stick shooter. Just like the one back in the bayou. Don't have to worry about clue bottles here. Our only objective, survive. Panda King. Oh, is that all? We have an intruder. Please kill them. Okay, thanks, bye. Let's see. Am I missing anything else here? No, I guess I go down. Couldn't remember if that rocket was like trying to lead me to something specific, but I think it's just an environmental destructible fun thing to interact with. Lots of coins. I think I'll take those. Thank you. Alright, so we have these like ice ramps. So we gotta break through the ice ramps. Get to these guys. And grab more coins along the way. This is a lot of ice ramps. I don't think I'm gonna worry about breaking every single one of them. Just because that would take quite a while. We'll just keep moving along. Now when it comes to the whole lives issue I was talking about earlier, if we really, really need to farm up some lives, there's a really easy place to do that in the first hub zone, like all the way back in Raleigh's area. That's assuming we even need to do the lives farming in the first place. Hopefully what we've got should be sufficient for the final stage. That nets us yet another treasure key. I want to take a victory swig of water. Alrighty, let's see. Which stage is up next? Head up here. Maybe you guarding the way. No problem. Duel by the Dragon. Oh, this'll be a fun one. First of all, we got some clue bottles right off the bat. 40 clue bottles. That should give you an idea of how lengthy this stage is going to be. Although, perhaps lengthy isn't necessarily the right word as much as just there's a lot of space we're gonna have to cover, because look who it is.
Raccoon.
How can I freeze when my heart warms at the very sight of you?
Shut up, Ringtail. I don't know what you're doing here in China, but I'm sure it can't be good for whoever owns this place.
You must only have eyes for me if you're too blind to see what's going on around here.
All I see is a pathetic thief who's escaped justice for far too long.
I'm proud to be a thief, especially when I'm stealing from a vicious extortionist like the Panda King. Open your eyes, detective. These quaint temples are a front for an illegal explosives factory.
Don't try to confuse the issue. You criminals are all the same, and none of you can escape justice.
Well, I guess overgeneralization. We'll add that to the list of this is why you don't do blank. Yeah, Panda King's chapter, like, thematically, if you look below the surface, like, pretty much at all, it can get pretty heavy. It can be, there's some heavy stuff in there. Let me take care of these clue bottles down here. Let me try to grab this without my platforms getting blown up, ideally. I don't know if those can get blown up, but it looks like it can. I guess they have 2 rockets, just in case the one that can be blocked off gets missed. See any other clue bottles so far? I'm really just trying to make sure I've hit all these clue bottles. It is also cool that they put all these destructible tiles on the ground to add a little bit of extra impact to when her shots do hit or miss. It's not just an inconsequential projectile. It actually does something to the environment. I think that's a pretty neat way to approach it. Grab these clue bottles. We're only 11 away. Take a look back there. I don't see anything else. Okay. Now I actually need her help to get through here. I need her to break these things for me. Thank you. $34. $36. Hey! What are you doing? Get back down here, platform. I need to ride you up. She can kind of break these rooftops, too. I believe there was a guard over here as well, right? Yeah. Alright, we're looking at 4 more clue bottles, 2 of which are right here. And dodge her shots for a little bit. Whoa, wait a minute. You get all sassy with me. Where are you going? Get back here. Ooh. So we saw the safe. We're still missing 2 clue bottles. Ooh, that shot barely missed me.
Watch your back, Cooper. When you least expect it, I'll be there.
Well, there she goes. See you later. So there's the key, but where are those last 2 clue bottles, I wonder? Suppose I could try to look around and see if I can spot them from here. Oh yeah, just over there, wherever that is. Hard to tell with the big old dragon in the way. Down that way. We can hop back in the level real quick and try to find it. Because we'll need to go through the whole level again to get back to the vault anyway. So we'll take a moment and just take care of that. Let's get up to right before we trigger the chase sequence. Let's see if I can spot it from here. You're right there. Not very far into the level.
Freeze, raccoon!
How can I freeze? when
I
I'm
don't
comfortable with
want.
the very sight of you?
I do not
Shut
want.
Up, Ringtail. I don't know what you're doing here in
It is
China,
unfortunate
but
that
I'm
there is
sure
no
it
way
can't
to
be
skip the
good for whoever
cutscenes
owns this
after
place.
you've seen them the
Still don't
first
have
time.
eyes for me if you're too blind to see what's going on around here.
All I see is a pathetic thief who's escaped justice for far too long.
I'm
All
proud to
I
be a
see
thief,
is what I want to
especially when
see.
I'm stealing from a vicious extortionist like the Panda King.
I am blind to
Open
the
your eyes,
truth.
detective. These quaint temples are a front for an illegal explosives factory.
Don't try to confuse the issue. You criminals are all the same, and none of you can escape justice.
Alright, where were these clue bottles that I missed? I gotta look pretty quick, because I have to keep moving because of the whole... Where are they? Over there? Oh, there's like a little... Oh, it's one of those little mini saves. Oh. I did not see that one. Alright. Now we just gotta run through the level real quick. That shouldn't be a problem. Trying to figure something out. I feel like one of my controls isn't working the way it's supposed to. There we go. I was wondering what was going on. It's like I feel like I'm supposed to be able to do something with the triangle button. I got it figured out. Now we can just skate through here with our speed up. Whoops. That's a slippery ledge. Basically just use the speed up whenever I can. Make the stage a little bit faster. Just a little bit faster. It's not a super significant speed up, but it's something. Wow, being extra sassy this time, I see. Alright, now before we go up there, since we've got a quiet moment...
Unfortunately, this vault code appears to have been written in owl dialect.
Oh.
I won't be able to crack the code until we meet and defeat the bird who created it.
Oh. I forgot that this was a thing. So we have all the clues, but we can't actually get the code for it yet.
Watch your back, Cooper. When you least expect it, I'll be there.
Interesting. So we'll have to remember to come back to that stage after we've beaten the game. I forgot that they had that included in here. Interesting. But here we go. Here it is, the part I was worried about. If you thought the first race was hard,
Hurry, what are you doing down there?
welcome to the second race.
When I notice this snow cone stand, and I think to myself, hey Murray, you gotta keep your energy up. So I hurry over here, and then all of a sudden, monkeys are everywhere. bugging me to race them 3 times around this track for a key.
I could use the key.
Don't you hate it when monkeys show up and demand that you race them?
Alright, remember, steer with the left stick and press square to use any nitro boosts you collect. Keep clear of those icy patches.
Thanks for the advice, Sly, but trust me, I got this under control.
Alright, it's time for race number 2. This time with a little bit of ice physics included. But of course the monkeys have like ice wheels. So they're not impacted by it. Honestly, that's the biggest thing, is just to try to avoid the ice as much as possible. And just keep your driving lines clean. That was not a clean driving line. Yeah, the ice will definitely mess with good attempts. As long as I can keep my driving lines clean through here, we should be okay. Use my last nitro there as an emergency redirection. I'm not gonna go out of my way to grab nitros. That'll force me to take worse lines. I'll be further off track. Oh, I'm so glad I got that on the first try. This used to be like a real sticking point for me when I was younger. I'm really glad that most of the racers kind of like knocked each other around at the first lap. I only had to really deal with one other driver rather than 4 of them. That stage can definitely be a toughie. So now we just need one more key. Can I remember where to get that key? Got one there, there, and there. Where is the last stage? Oh, right. I suppose there is this other one over here. And it's a return of another unique level type. Volhari is proud of you. Thanks, Bless. I'm sure he is.
Murray's all fired up to make the run for the key. While on the blasting station, use the
His
left
stomach
analog
has so
stick to
much
aim
physics
and the
to it.
square button to fire.
Right on. I'll
Look
keep him
at
covered.
him. Look at him wobble.
Let's do it, Sly.
Alright.
Oh, no.
It's more turret time.
Yikes. Yikes.
And I also have to shoot rockets for him.
Yikes. Keep it up. Hey.
I'm just keeping a real close eye on him.
Whoa.
He can just ride up on his own. One thing that makes these particular segments kind of scary at times is how close they'll put enemies to where Murray is.
Keep it up.
It can be really easy to over-aim and accidentally hit Murray with the shot instead of the enemy.
Hey.
And like the Lucky Charm will help with that. But at the same time, it's better to not risk it. Whoop. My accuracy wasn't quite good enough. No more Lucky Charm for us. Somebody took me Lucky Charms. Okay. Now we got ourselves a nice little shooting gallery. I'll try to be prompt with these guys. Also, worth noting, I'm not manually zooming in. That zoom in is automatic. All I'm doing is aiming and firing. Anything that's zooming in and out is automatic. Oh, we made it. Thank goodness we had the Lucky Charm. But with all that taken care of, it's time to go face the Panda King.
And teach him the error of his ways. It's not nice to bury villages in snow.
Alright.
See that ring on the bundle of fireworks?
Let's go.
Do it with your cane to hitch your ride.
Let's go!
Flame Foo.
I see you carry Kane of notorious Cooper thief clan. Have you come here for revenge? To steal back the devious Rakunas?
That was my plan at first, but now I'm more interested in putting an end to your avalanche extortion racket.
Why should you care if I bury a few worthless village in snow? You are a thief, just like me.
No, that's only half right. I am a thief from a long line of master thieves, while you're just a frustrated firework artist turned homicidal pyromaniac.
Insolent child. You shall pay dearly for your disrespect. Still, to honor your Cooper ancestry, I will send you to your doom with the beauty of my new firework technique, Flame Foo.
Alright, so basically he's just gonna be...
Fiery wheel! Fiery wheel! Fiery wheel! Fiery wheel!
At range, he's gonna be shooting fireballs constantly. So you want to close the distance
Fiery wheel!
and learn his attacks.
Fiery wheel!
Fiery wheel? Fiery wheel, we want to jump over.
Fiery wheel! Homing chop!
Homing chop is not very homing. You just have to walk to the side and he doesn't hit. Homing is a bit of a misnomer.
Homing chop! Palms of thunder!
Palms of Thunder, I tend to just give it some distance, because that's safer.
Fiery wheel!
Homing. Homing. Oh!
Your skill with that cane is unparalleled.
Sly!
Nice sound
I did a
effects.
cross-analysis of the metal used in that high-tech blasting vehicle, and it turns out it can only be found in one place. The Krakatoa volcano in Russia. That's got to be where we'll find the fifth member of the Fiendish Five. So get what you came for and let's get out of here.
Retrieving the Panda King section of the Thievius Raccoonus gave me a chance to learn about my technically minded ancestor, Otto van Cooper. not known for his physical dexterity, Otto relied on vehicles to aid him in his criminal endeavors. Armed with his designs, I was sure Murray would be able to make some cool modifications to the team van. A frustrated Inspector Fox, having missed me coming down the mountain, threw the Panda King in jail, thus putting an end to his avalanche protection services and ensuring the safety of mountain villages throughout China. My gang and I took a little time off and did some shopping in Hong Kong. Thoroughly relaxed, we headed home to plan our next move.
And with that, we only have one more area left.
Okay, partner, this is it! A trip to Clockwork's lair!
Murray is no longer blocking any levels because they are all unlocked. Take that snack break while you can, Murray. We're gonna be busy here. Things are about to get spicy.
We were on our way to the Krakharov volcano in Russia. While looking over what little information I had on the final member of the Fiendish Five, I began to notice something. In the 4 parts of the Thievius Raccoonus recovered so far, several of the pictures depict a shadowy owl-like figure, which looks very similar to the police images of the mysterious Clockwork. Is this a strange coincidence, or is there something I'm missing?
Ooh, the plot thickens. Sly Cooper in The Cold Heart of Hate.
Hey, Sly! The road to Clockwork's fortress is blocked. Do me a favor and shoot out that lock for me, would you, pal?
Alright, so it's like the turret stages. Like the one we were working with Murray.
Think you can blow them away and clear a safe path for us?
Except now we're on rails. Instead of being a stationary turret, we're on the van. Alright, so we'll need to clear out mines to make sure we don't blow up as we drive through.
Bingo! My scanners indicate the Clockwork is holed up in that owl-shaped tower.
First thing
That would make sense.
we've got hostile robo-falcons at 12 o'clock, Sly.
And now, for our second job, we have to take these guys out before they hit the van.
Tower, it's a giant death ray! Sly, take out those rocks or we're in trouble!
If you miss one thing, that's it. This is where the one hit and you're dead system really starts to take its toll. Because checkpoints are few and far between in this stage, especially toward the earlier part. So the difficulty definitely ramps up here, not just in what we physically have to do, but also in the consequences for failure being very heightened by the lack of checkpoints throughout most of the stage.
That's no tower, it's a giant death ray! Sly, take out those rocks or we're in trouble!
Thankfully, some of the rocks aren't aimed toward us, so they kind of miss.
The robo-falcons are back.
Heads up, the Robo-Falcons are back. And I can't see through the explosions. Oh no. So this is a stage that's just partially trial and error, knowing what things are gonna, like learning where things are gonna show up. Also learning how to kind of lead your shots with the turret, because these shots are projectiles. So So sometimes it can be kind of difficult to actually hit moving targets, which most of the targets in this section are moving targets.
Blackstone Tower is a giant death ray! Sly, take out those rocks or we're in trouble!
Heads up! The Robo Falcons are back!
So this is a part that really demands a lot of concentration. Because we've also got mines immediately afterward. I deal with the mines. Try to shoot as far ahead as I can for them. And we've also got these boulders that take multiple shots to destroy. May as well just hold down the fire button, just constantly be shooting. Because there are a lot of things to shoot. Good luck keeping track of them.
Nice shooting, Sly!
Alright, I think we're through the first section.
We're in the clear!
Murray, that cave doesn't look tall enough for the turret to make it all the way through.
The cave wasn't tall enough for the turret, so we lost the turret.
Get through that security door on the far
Hey,
side
Murray.
of the cavern.
You're big.
The only way to unlock it is to analyze at least 60 of those hanging computers.
60 computers.
To get at them if Murray hadn't thrashed our new turret.
Yeah, won't be a problem. I can hack the computer's connection coupling so they'll fall to the ground. Then, Murray will have to run over them with the van.
Okay, and Murray,
Just
remember
run it
to use
over.
our new battering ram by hitting the square button if anyone tries to keep you from those computers.
Wow.
Murray, there are only 119 computers up there, and these fire slugs seem intent on getting to them before us. The first one to 60 computers wins.
First one is 60 computers. This is definitely one of the tougher segments. If the camera were a little bit higher off the ground, it would probably not be as bad. Yeah, it's kind of a mixture of getting the computers, but also eliminating these fire slug dudes before they get a chance to get into the main zone. So it's equal parts collection and pest control to make this happen. So if these guys get out of hand, they can really start to get a lot of ground covered, which is not good for us. To deal with all these guys. All right, we got it.
Timing, Murray. Now we have enough data to open the security doors. Just past them is the control room to Clockwork's Death Ray Tower. I think it's time for some Cooper thieving and sabotage. Don't you think, Sly?
I do. I do indeed.
Careful, Sly. Those tiles are booby-trapped. You better get out of there.
Hold on, that's Carmelita. She looks trapped.
Serves that cop right.
Oop.
She's been dogging us from the start.
It's just a
Bentley with no mercy.
misunderstanding. We've got to free her.
Are you crazy, Sly? Clockwork probably stuck her there to trap you.
But if I don't do anything, Carmelita's doomed. Besides, stealing just won't be any fun without her.
Sly, your ridiculous raccoon logic sends shivers up my shell. But if you're determined to go through with this, That barrel will undoubtedly help, though I have no idea how you'll get up there.
Dude, a spire jump here, a rail slide there. I've done this a million times.
All right, we've got our heading. All we gotta do is just get over to that barrel. So this way. And that acts as like a soft checkpoint. Slash, we have to get back here with the barrel, so we need a solid place to walk down. Barrel acquired. Get that thing out of the way. So we can waltz on by. Our little tippy toes. We also need to be careful to not be moving while we've got a spotlight on us. Because that will put us in even more danger. Mission complete.
Sly Cooper! I should have known you were behind this.
You got me wrong, Miss Fox. I'm here to rescue you.
That looks bad.
You sentimental fool. Empathy has always been the downfall of the Cooper clan.
I knew this was a trap. Looks like I'm going to have to do some fast and furious hacking to shut down that gas before Sly's brain is turned to cheese.
Fast and Furious reference? In Sly Cooper?
Haven't had to do this in a while. Okay, I used the left
Alright,
analog stick
hacking minigame.
and the right analog stick to unleash my hacker code. Those green data packets need to be destroyed if I'm going to get at the yellow security code. Uh-oh. It looks like I triggered one of Clockwork's security algorithms. Stay sharp, Bentley.
So now we got ourselves a little hacking minigame. Or at least Sly Cooper's interpretation of a hacking minigame. Now let's take a moment to just clean up the board here, because otherwise that's gonna happen. Alright, so each of these little green things will deal 1 point of damage. Thankfully we have an actual health bar. But that red shot, that red star will look like it one-shot us. So must be mindful. We can shoot it, but sometimes it's kind of hard to actually hit. So it's best to also kind of like move laterally in relation to it to try and avoid it physically rather than relying on the shots to actually land accurately. Now also keep these hacking minigames in mind, because we'll be seeing more of these in future entries in the series. Oop. Took a hit. That's not a game ender.
I'm the best. No code can stand before me.
Basically controls the same as any of the other twin-stick shooters, just with a different coat of paint.
I was wrong about you. Break me out of this force field by smashing its base, and I'll make it up to you somehow.
Smash! Alright, let's go. Working together. Like it always should have been from the beginning. A temporary truce.
I don't get it, Cooper. I've hunted you for years, tried to throw you behind bars, but when you get a chance to leave me in a cage, you set me free. Why?
Carmelita, we may be on opposite sides of the law, but you're not my enemy. Now, the homicidal robotic owl that built this death ray and nearly gassed us to death, that guy's on my list.
I see your point. All right. Until Clockwork and his evil schemes are destroyed, I suggest we work together.
Together at last.
Oh, well. There goes the cane. I mean, nice shot, but also my cane.
I need that cane. It's been in my family for generations.
Don't worry, Ringtail. I'll cover you while you get it back. If you can, make your way to the top of the death ray. I stashed my jetpack there before Clockwork nabbed me.
Now that we're a team and all, I need to leave your side.
Hold on. This truce is only temporary. Once we beat Clockwork, I'm coming after you.
Really?
Well, maybe I'll give you a 10-second head start.
Now we're talking. So this is a stage that is heavily trial and error dependent, because look how quickly that slug moved. Hesitate to call that thing a slug with that speed. But you gotta keep a close eye on Sly. Gotta keep an eye on Sly, because you're gonna learn where these things come from, one way or another. One enemy at a time. And they take 3 shots to kill. We don't have auto fire on this gun. So we have to manually fire. Kill those. Gotta keep these things off his back. Alright, he's got the cane. I think we're good.
Good job, Raccoon.
That stage is really stressful. Those fire slugs just move so quick.
Where's Carmelita's jetpack? Right where she said it would be. The magnetronic support field for the death ray got destroyed as you were making a run for your cane.
Oh.
You'd better hurry. This whole thing is about to fall apart.
I'm on it.
Alright, so now we've got speed platforming. Let's go. Hope we've gotten comfortable with the controls so far, because this place is not gonna last very long.
Climb, Sly, climb!
We gotta go. Time is of the essence. Smash through. Ride the nice little pointy blade there. You have to actually make use of jumping up a slide rail, which is the first time that's ever come into play in the whole game. We're going down. We're definitely sinking. gotta keep moving. Whenever possible, just keep moving forward. Ooh, that's getting real close now. Ooh, that's getting real close now. Where am I going? Okay, just straight over. Okay, thankfully first try on that as well. Doesn't always go that smoothly.
Okay, that jetpack is easy to fly. Use the left analog stick to aim and steer, and press the square button to fire its rockets.
Alright.
Sly, behind you!
Hey, buddy.
Sly Cooper, you have escaped my gas chamber and destroyed my death ray. Remarkable.
Remarkable.
Coupers always find a way to beat me.
Always. So that was you in the background of all those old pictures in the Thievius Raccoonus. How old are you?
Perfection has no age.
What? You're immortal?
Revenge is the prime ingredient in the fountain of youth. I've kept myself alive for hundreds of years with a steady diet of jealousy and hate, awaiting a day when I will finally eclipse your family's thieving reputation.
Sly! My missiles don't hurt him but seem to create holes in his armor. Shoot into the gaps I create!
When she calls them gaps, they're not really gaps so much as just weak spots. Yeah, just try to move out of the way of the purple stuff. Purple ain't no good. Ain't healthy for us. We don't want to touch the purple. But wow, his health bar's almost gone already. Like, what an easy boss fight. Oop, I was not paying attention to the purple. That's what I get for opening my mouth. Come on, Clockwork, I was trying to do a phony. Let me do the phony. Let me do a phony without being a bully. So yeah, basically no reason to not just be constantly shooting whenever there's a weak point around, because they seem to have a pretty generous hitbox. That weak point in particular can be kind of hard to hit, so expect that to potentially take 2 times. 2 cycles to get him.
Nice shooting, Sly! You got him!
We got him.
Wow, that's one tough owl.
Oh, he's still around.
You're so familiar with my family. You must have known my father had a son. If you hated the Coopers so much, why did you let me live when you stole the Thievius Raccoonus?
Because I wanted to show the world that without your precious book, the Cooper line was nothing.
Ah, well, there's where you're wrong. The Thievius Raccoonus doesn't create great thieves. It takes great thieves to create the Thievius Raccoonus.
Enough, Sly Cooper. It ends here. I will finish you like I finished your father. And the Cooper line will be erased, and the only master thief will be Clockwork.
Alright. So now we've got rings. Anyone's a fan of Superman 64? We've got ring. Get ready to line up for rings. Sometimes the hitboxes are a little finicky on the rings. Unfortunately, it means we're back to phase 1, because this game has harsh checkpoints. Quite a harsh checkpoint system for sure. But it only makes victory all the sweeter.
My skills are superior.
I do think he has a pretty cool voice though. Like, I think they did a great job with the effects on the voice. It is also kind of funny.
It's just like, my skills are superior.
At least on the repeats, we don't have to worry about listening to all the dialogue a second time.
My my experience is greater. You cannot escape me, Cooper Raccoon.
The sound effects on the rings are fun too. That
You're the Cooper I've yet encountered.
whoops, inverted controls. A thing I can't change and still haven't gotten used to. Down is up and up is down.
You're the weakest Cooper I've yet encountered.
Is that so? But you didn't count on me having multiple lives, did you, buddy? And this is why I wanted to have multiple lives for the end game. Because for what I did remember of this segment of the game, I remembered it was, I've got something in my eye. There's something in my eye. It hurts. Why? Why now? Oh, pain. Okay, I think I got it. Okay. Also, now I now have a lucky charm on my backpack. Because yeah, this game thankfully does have some degree of a mercy system, where after a certain number of deaths at the same checkpoint, you will get a lucky charm to kind of help deal with whatever is causing the problem in the stage. Wherever the difficulty is occurring, the lucky charm can help kind of push through or provide an extra bit of cushioning.
I've analyzed Clockwork's attack pattern. Fly through the center of the ring charges to avoid their radial blast.
And also some hints from Bentley in case not knowing what the attack did was the problem. Me, it's not. I knew to fly through the center of them. The problem is that if I operate purely off of muscle memory, I'm gonna forget that the vertical controls are inverted. So I have to be very deliberate with my flying.
You can't dodge me forever.
You can't dodge me forever. Alright, so we take care of that. Phase 2 is done.
Now's your only chance, Sly. You've got to get to his head and destroy it before his auto.
I am. 7.
Flowers.
Never. Lava tomb. Feet together.
Feet together.
I will live.
And we beat him up. Beat him up. Beat him up.
It took some tricky maneuvering, but I managed to snatch that last piece of the Thievius Raccoonus from Clockwork's claw. I had taken down each member of the Fiendish Five: Raleigh, Mugshot, Ms. Ruby, the Panda King, and finally Clockwork. I'd beaten them all one by one and reclaimed my birthright. Of course, there was no way I could have gotten here without the help of my pals. I know this hasn't been easy for them, yet they stuck with me through it all. Murray, boy, it took a lot of guts for him to get out in the field with me. I know he was scared, but he's got more heart than anyone I've ever known. And thank goodness for Bentley. Without his expertise, I'd have never found my way off that rooftop in Paris. A guy couldn't ask for a better gang of friends. Who could ever forget the lovely Carmelita? Looks like we're not going to be friends anymore. Now that Clockwork's death ray is out of commission, we're back to playing cops and robbers. I thought for sure she was going to slap the handcuffs on me right then and there. But instead, she was true to her word and gave me that 10-second head start.
How
10,
honorable.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One.
Aw, she got
I
bamboozled.
felt bad leaving her stranded on that giant rock, but I knew it wouldn't be long before we'd see each other again.
Carmelita got heckin' bamboozled. But yeah, that is Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. So now that we've taken care of Clockwork, now we can go back and see what was in that final safe that we couldn't get the code for. Also, hello Ainrot, welcome on in. Now we just finished up the final boss. Also gotta love the special thanks. Classy. Yes, we've got one more safe to unlock. And we'll see what's inside, because I honestly, genuinely don't remember. I forgot there was even a safe that was locked behind game completion in the first place. Now, I won't be going for 100% this time around, because going through the time trials would just mean we're going back through the same stages we've already done, but faster. Now, we've got 3 other Sly Cooper games to check out. So we don't want to linger too long on any particular entry, because evil never rests. And a little bit of humor.
I hate to tell you this, Sly, but the Thievius Raccoonus isn't fully restored. You're gonna have to go back and unlock all the vaults to find the pages you're missing. There is some good news, though. A friend of mine in Japan just sent me this really cool movie. And guess what? It's all about us.
And check this out.
いやー危なかった。ま、カルマリータちゃんには悪いけど、今回も俺様たちの勝ちだ。
We got the anime.
があれば父ちゃんの敵が撃てる。あれはまだ俺が子供の頃
Like an anime version
そ
of
の上で遊んでたっけ。
like the first
俺
cutscene
様の
area.
一族は代々伝わる義族の家系。そして受け継がれた技をまとめたのがこのラクーナの秘伝書。その洗練を極めた忍びの技。だがそこには必ず守らなければいけない厳しい掟があった。義族たる者、名誉にかけて狙うは悪党のみ。善人からは奪わない。ところが俺様が秘伝書を受け継ぐことになった夜、突然5人のギャングがやってきた。奴らは俺を守ろうとした父ちゃんを、そしてとうとう見つけ出してしまったんだ。大切なラクーナの秘伝書を。奴らは俺様の全てを奪いやがった。きっと中に書かれた技を使って悪いことをしでかすに違いねえ。そして俺様は一人ぼっち町の孤児院に入った。だがここで素晴らしい仲間に出会ったんだ。天才発明家、頼れる相棒ベントレー、そしてマーレ。食いしん坊でちょっとドジだがまあ憎めない弟分さ。仲間と一緒に俺様は父ちゃんの敵を討ち、そして秘伝書を取り返す。クーパーの名前に恥じない義族になれるか、それとも失敗してご先祖の顔に泥を塗るのか。さあ俺様たちの運命はどっちだ。
I mean, imagine if we got an animated series that looked like that. That would be pretty cool. I think we were supposed to get a Sly Cooper movie at one point. I think there was like a cinematic trailer for it and all that. But I guess at some point the movie just got scrapped and never made it to the big screen. Considering the character designs, I don't know how much of a blessing or a curse that is, that we never got a movie.
Freeze, raccoon!
How can I freeze when my heart warms at the very sight of you?
Shut up, ringtail. I don't know what you're doing.
And it's like all the stuff that we just dealt with Clockwork never happened.
You must only have eyes for me if you're too blind to see what's going on around here.
All I see is a
No
pathetic
cutscene
thief
skip
who's
for
escaped
me.
justice for far too long.
I'm proud to be a thief, especially when I'm stealing from a vicious extortionist like the Panda King. Open your eyes, detective. These quaint temples are a front for an illegal explosives factory.
Don't try to confuse the issue. You criminals are all the same, and none of you can escape justice.
Is that so? Is that so? We may have to agree to disagree on that one. Because, something tells me I'm gonna escape just like every other time. Okay, we just gotta do one more quick run through of the level. Because the final safe is all the way at the end of the stage. Alright, I've still got my speed up. That'll be helpful. Make getting around through here a little bit quicker. So we did end up using several of our extra lives, but not as many as I was worried we were going to have to. That final stage of the game always does me a heckin' concern. Because it's a toughie. That is not an easy stage to get through by any stretch. It's a lot more strict on the execution than basically any other stage in the entire game. So you can imagine I had a lot of trouble with that particular level when I was younger. If it gave me trouble now, and I've had many years to improve my gaming capabilities, imagine how much trouble I had with it when I was younger. But now is the time to find out what is in the final safe. Let's take a look and see what's inside.
Multiple blood vessels burst in my brain while figuring this out.
You okay, dude?
So it better be 2, 3, 1.
Okay, buddy, if you say so. I don't want you, like, actively injuring yourself. Let's take a look.
Amazing! Colonel Reed Cooper's time stopper technique. Press the triangle button and execute a flashbang that will stun all guards in the world for a few seconds.
Oh.
I can see how this might be useful and entertaining too.
I suppose we should give that a try. Oh.
At long last, the Thievius Raccoonus restored to its original state. The first time I held the whole thing under my arm since I was 8 years old. The same weight that all my ancestors had felt beneath their arms as they had passed it on. Although, while other family members may have been great thieves, they all inherited the book. I got a chance to earn it. I had taken down the Fiendish Five, having used the moves my ancestors taught me, and become a master thief along the way. The time had come for me to chronicle my own adventures into the great book. This is gonna be fun.
And there's the setup.
You've done it, Sly! The Thievius Raccoonus is complete! Now, try beating all the Master Thief sprints to unlock the designer's commentary. Once you've unlocked them all, I've got a special behind-the-scenes movie to show you.
So they do have some extra goodies if you go through and finish off the time trials. And listening to the developer's commentary, it can be pretty interesting because you can just listen to it as you play through the level. But for our purposes, that will be where we leave off Sly 1. Do just want to try out the stun real quick. Yep, just straight up frozen in time for a few seconds. I could see how that would be very helpful for some of the Master Thief sprints. If there are areas that are just filled with a bunch of guards, and there's not really a safe way to get through without taking them out, stunning them might be the way. But with that in mind, that is Sly 1. So we'll just leave our save here. And we will take a short break here while I stand up and stretch my legs first of all, but also switch over to starting up Sly 2. So we will be right back.